Hi there, happy Tuesday. So for this week's video, or this week's topic, I should say, is going to be on self-respect. So for the purpose of this video, it's just going to be self-respect as related to romantic partnerships or friendships that you may have. Because when you start thinking of like professional situations, it's not that easy. Of course, you carry yourself with dignity and you respect yourself and, demand that others respect you. But it's common that you're not going to just be able to say, hey, this isn't working. I quit. People have responsibilities. There's a lot of planning sometimes that goes into that. Everyone is not set up where they can just leave their place of business and say, you know what, this isn't working out. I don't feel respected. That's it. But anyway, yeah, for the purpose of this video, it'll be with dealing with either friendships, romantic partnerships, things like that. So I have typed out a few different scenarios, and I want you to think about if you've been in this scenario before. All right, so the first one is someone ghosted you. You're still texting them. You're checking in. You're watching their stories. You're hoping for a response. All right, that's the first scenario. So think about if you have either been there, someone that has been there, and then someone cheated on you once, then again, maybe, and then you keep forgiving them without any real change or accountability. And not, I'm sorry, because to me, I'm sorry, keep your verbal, if it's not changed behavior, that's what I'm speaking of. You're always the one that's initiating communications, conversations, making plans, keeping, to try to keep the connection alive, but the other person barely reciprocates this. All right. So this person or group of people, they may talk down to you, make jokes at your expense. They criticize how you look, how you think. And then you just laugh it off like, okay, I'm going to keep the peace. Okay. Think about that scenario. And then this person or these set of group or friends or whatever, they only reach out to you when they need something. You always say yes, but then you feel used. All right. There's something that you shared in confidence and you only told this person or maybe a couple people, but that information that was sworn in confidence to be kept that you shared, it came back to you. You approached the said individual or individuals, and then it was just like, oh, you're crazy. They avoided it. They flipped out. That's gaslighting 101. I only told you and you, and this was supposed to be something that was going to be held in confidence, but it's coming back to me. All right. That's another scenario. And then this scenario, I hear this a lot from people that are deciding to be in a relationship. Okay. So one person in the relationship or one person that's a part of this situation that you're in, they stated, hey, I'm not ready for a relationship, but they still want to hook up. They want to be close. And then you agree because you think that, okay, they'll probably change their mind one day. I keep showing up. All right. Lastly, similar to that, you're in a situationship, because you can't call it a relationship, a situationship, for months, years, without any clarity, any commitment, any direction, because at least it's just something that, you're doing. At least you're connected, right? So I will say this, settling for crumbs will keep you starving emotionally. All right. So don't settle for crumbs. If you're not getting the whole freaking meal, that is not self-respect. So what is self-respect? 3 important things to me. There are lots of them, but the top 3 that come to mind, number 1, boundaries. Number 2, courage. And number 3, worthiness. Boundaries are number one for me because it sets and enforces the limits that you will go to protect your emotional, mental, and even your physical well-being. So saying no without guilt and recognizing when something or someone is not serving you is self-respect. That is the most important element in my opinion. Number two, it's having that courage to stand up for yourself, right? This is even in the face of criticism, rejection, or fear. So it is speaking your truth and making decisions that reflect your worth. That's number two, all important element. All right. And then lastly, speaking of worth, it's your worthiness. Number three, that is super duper important because if you don't believe, now the operative word here is believe. If you don't believe that you deserve love, respect, kindness, and success, not because of what you can do for somebody else, but just because of who you are, that is a problem. That is a problem, and that's going to make it hard for you to respect yourself. So remember, you can't ask for someone else to respect you if you don't first respect yourself. That is completely number one. You have to respect yourself before anyone else respects you. So why is self-respect so important, right? It's important because it literally sets the standards for everything that's happening in your life, everything. So this is going to be work. This is going to be love relationships, friendships, all of it. Because how you let people treat you, how you treat yourself, and what you accept or reject, those are standards. So if you're not doing any of that, then that means that what? You have no standards. So without standards, you're not choosing your relationships. You're literally just sitting back waiting to be chosen by whoever decides to show up for you. So in closing, I will say this. Never be a priority to someone who treats you as an option. Never. So all of those different scenarios, if you found yourself at one point in time being a participant in that, give yourself grace, pick yourself up, and these three things that I mentioned, set boundaries, have courage, believe you're worth it, and actively work at that. That will boost your level of self-respect that you have for yourself. I hope this video has resonated with someone. If there's someone out there that you know that they're clearly not respecting themselves and they're dealing with nonsense they don't have to be a part of, please share the video with them. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, a great rest of your week. Take care and be well.